Welcome along, Westerly VR race number 2.9, Hillingdon Circuit, 11 laps on the day. We're just going to do one in this video preview. We've just passed the pavilion and the storage shed as we go around the first bend and up the slow gradual hill. Now this is probably 400-500 metres long at the most. It's very gentle, as you can see. It goes fairly straight with a little twist just before we get to the top. I always call this Alp de Haze. You wonder why, because it's straight at the moment, but when we get to the top of this little climb, we'll twist left, down, around a hairpin bend, and then back up a short steep ramp, then round another hairpin and back on the sort of more general course. These are purpose-built mounds just to make the racing more interesting, so this is all an artificial mound just for the racing. Now we're at the top, and here we hang that left. It's only about 10 metres climbing per lap, even though I call it Alp de Haze. That's H-A-Y-E-S as opposed to H-U-E-Z for the French one. And this is the first, I'll call it a hairpin. It's 180 degrees, but it's not tight by any means. Now, when we get round the back of this first hairpin, we're going to do another one and come back on ourselves. But around here now, you look here, this is the sharp, steep ramp that is going to be decisive on every lap. It always is. This is where, if you are going to break somebody's elastic, this is the place to do it, just on that ramp there. As you get to the top of the ramp, you swing round 180 degrees, and we get back onto the northern tip of the short straight here before we head south down the main straight. In real life, the main straight is often into the wind, so it's not as fast as it probably looks, but we'll go into that in a minute. So here we are, this is along the northern straight, and we swing round and it sort of jiggles a little bit before a long straight back down to the pavilion where we started. Each lap is about, it's just under a mile, so it's about 1.5 kilometres if you work in kilometres. You've got to do 11 laps, which comes to 10.3 miles. Just going under the barrier there, a lot of the cycle races start and finish there, so they use that as a start and finish. But we use the pavilion, which we're coming up to now. This is long straight towards the pavilion. As I say, normally this will be into the wind. But just at the end of this, there's a left-hand bend, and that is the short sprint. It's probably 100, maybe 150 metres at the most. Here we are around this bend, and you'll see the pavilion come into view, and the finishing line is dead opposite that. That's your lot, so beware. It's the hairpins and the short ramp after the first hairpin that's going to be decisive on each lap. Good luck. See you at the race.